right. Regeneration. It's a whole page devoted onto it here because they're trying to get us broken into Death of a Spaceman. Hardcore game mechanics. A lot of people, they're busy playing Fortnite. They don't like the fact that this game's a little bit more difficult when you die. They want like a gun and run and shoot and like, instant wake up and no reality, no consequences to the decisions you make in the game, no realism, no immersion. That's not how it's going to go. This is not the game for you then. You see what I'm saying? Like if you want that kind of run and gun thing, there's plenty of games that do that. There's plenty of games that give you that run and gun, shoot in the face, blow up in your fucking, this game does it too, but there are consequences to it after the fact. It's like an adult game. You know what I mean? It's really not for the kiddies. The kiddies that end up deciding they would like this, they want to play this, man, I give them a lot of respect because they got some pretty big ass balls. Maybe that's not the right thing to do, mentioning kids and big ass balls in the same sentence, but that's okay. What I'm trying to say here is that children that end up playing Star Citizen are a little bit more adult than other children. They're a little bit more able to handle the realism than, say, looking at a donkey in game and riding on a broomstick that's like jet propelled, or a flying hang glider Ferrari that falls down and you get shield and drink juices for shields and shit like that. The kids that end up like dropping the Fortnite and pick up the Star Citizen, I commend you. You have good taste. You understand the immersion, the realism, consequences to actions. Now, what are they saying here? Since the very earliest days of Star Citizen, the game always embraced the idea that there would be meaningful, you see, that's an important word, meaningful consequences for player death, commonly referred to as Death of a Spaceman from the title of the original post on the subject. The hope was to create a dangerous universe that would give real weight to choices and reward. Players with a true sense of accomplishment if they could complete an adventure still intact. We wanted you to see your avatar as something to be cared for as much as your ship. You understand? Even more so. As discussed by Chris Roberts and Richard Tyrer on the October 30th, 2020 episode of Calling All Devs, development on Star Citizen Alpha had progressed to the point where active development of this vital gameplay loop could begin. With the actor-featured team leading the charge, medical gameplay has been refined to the point where the Alpha 3.15 patch is expected to bring the release of the Healing Tier 0. Currently, with the medical gameplay in it, we saw like the initial kind of baby embryo stage where they brought in the Cuddy Red. And we go, oh shit, we're really happy we can see the med beds. We started seeing med beds everywhere. That was kind of like the very, very baby embryo stage. Then we see medical gameplay. We started to see, hey, people who are medics or people in that industry or profession are going to have a lot of fun because they're going to build on top of it. They're going to put complexity on top of that gameplay, just like every other profession, like we're seeing in mining right now. Like we watched on the Inside Star Citizen review last week, how there was a personal pack that you could literally attach to roids in space, and it would give you like a composite, and it had like a whole bunch of cool operating features on that device, and it will continue to stack. The complexity on each profession will continue to stack up so that you don't have to worry about every stupid other fucking game where you buy skill books and it really means nothing other than wait and click and wait for the time when you magically learn how to fucking fly a spaceship. That is not the game that we have here. That is not what I want. And that's one of the reasons I helped fund the game. This is why I support the game. I like the realism. I like the fact that the skilling is actually learning what it takes to do the profession and what it requires of you. And they'll continue to stack onto that and stack onto that. So the medical field, again, we're learning about regeneration. We're starting to understand the whole mechanics in the game loop behind like living. To coincide with this brand new gameplay, the narrative team has been working on some brand new lore. While we always knew that the medical science would be advanced enough to bring you back from the brink of death, it was during the recent development period that was decided that players would benefit from being able to come back even if their avatar's body was completely lost. While a lot of scenarios could have been explained away by diligently NPC emergency response teams finding injured players and bringing them back to civilization, with a game like Star Citizen, there were a lot of cases where even the bravest ambulance pilots wouldn't have been able to retrieve you. Imagine a bold explorer flying themselves, yada, yada, yada. Right, we get it. This is why it was decided that Star Citizen need to have a technology akin to cloning, where players could bring their avatars back from death itself, but with a few key requirements the lore would have to address. This is great. I wonder if they're going to do like an Altered Carbon thing. I don't know if you guys have seen that movie on Netflix. The first season's fantastic. Altered Carbon season 1, amazing. I loved it. Altered Carbon season 2, not so great. Not so great. Although I dig the actor, I just didn't like the story written for the season 2. But season 1, Altered Carbon, really cool. I think that's maybe what they're going for here. Let's read. Your avatar's memories had to be passed on. No point making a biological copy if they can't remember anything. The process needed to degrade over time so the people in the universe are not immortal. That's cool. So like a copy of a copy of a copy, eventually you degrade and you die. Okay, cool. How your avatar pair should be reflected in their new body. If you got blown up, we wanted to see those scars and cybernetic limbs. So, you know, you're not just going to be like all fresh and standing there again, like nothing ever happened. You're going to have battle wounds. You're going to have scars. This is great. This is wonderful. There should only be one copy of someone at a time. No clone armies running around. Great. Okay, with all the additions, the elements worked in, it became clear early on the traditional ideas of DNA scans and cloning wouldn't quite meet our needs. Instead, the narrative team worked to create our own fiction to explain the science behind the 30th century medical miracles, okay? Please give a warm Star System welcome to Regeneration. Below is a breakdown of some important terms, yada, 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 yada. Okay, terminology. Imprint, the term for a complete and holistic bioscan of an individual that not only creates a record of one's DNA, but also all their memories, thoughts, and personality. While imprints can be transferred between spheres without loss, only one copy of an imprint can exist at the same time. Updating an imprint will override all previous imprints. What do you imprint it onto? Not quite sure. It sounds like a sphere of sorts. It's going to be like a sphere, like a cool little holographic sphere maybe that you can imprint your DNA on, and you can't have any more than that. That makes sense. That's cool. Where you decide to put that, I mean, that was something that's really important. I'm not quite sure where you would store that. Probably in a very, very, very safe place. I like it. So it's probably like a card or a sphere separated, you know, and therein lies, or maybe they'll just put it at the hospital. Maybe the sphere stays at the hospital. That's probably what they do. Regeneration. This is the term for the process in which an imprint is used to recreate the deceased source. Using the information stored in the imprint, a new body is regenerated that is a near identical copy of the original, barring the effect of any echoes. Okay. This does sound like an Altered Carbon type of scenario, actually. The Ibrahim sphere. Ooh, yeah, what if? That would be awesome. Okay, this is kind of a neat idea here, like what Chrono's saying. I'm in favor for what's Chrono's saying. Like, I feel like you should have the opportunity to carry this around, store it somewhere. If you wanted to store it like in safekeeping at the hospital, great. But what if for some other reason you wanted to take that with you? For whatever reason, there could be multiple reasons. I would like the opportunity or the option to take that sphere wherever it is that I would like to take it, even if the choice was a stupid choice. And then I would like consequences based upon what happens if that fucking sphere gets popped. That would be cool. Like, I like what Chrono said. I like that. I like his way of thinking. The technology inside medical beds and scanners that allows them to create and store imprints. This is the Ibrahim sphere. Made out of advanced materials that are alien in origin. Ooh, okay. What alien species do we think brought about this? I would probably say the Xi'an. I would probably say Xi'an developed this. The Vandal, no, the Vandal aren't that smart, Bingo. Vandal are salvagers, man. Maybe what if it is it Vandal? Is it Vandal? No, I don't agree with that. Vandals are like salvaging monsters. How can they think of technology like this? I'm already upset. If that is actually the answer, I'm actually very upset at that answer. It's not right. It's not the right answer. I need to talk to the lore team right now. It is important to note, Vandal being salvaging monsters is the official rhetoric. That is exactly how I think of them, and they are not intelligent enough. We are at war. They could have stole it. Okay, wait. Execute's got a good point. I might agree with that, but that is a curveball, Execute. Execute brought me a curveball on that one. All right, commending Execute for the curveball. Yeah, okay. All right. But like, come on though. Come on. If anybody's got this, at least do like a Kurthak thing. At least do like, maybe they stole it from the fucking Kurthak. Maybe that's what I'm going to think of it as. See, now I'm really upset. Hold on a second. Let me drink some fucking coffee. Hold on a second. It's going to ruin my morning. Higher quality spheres are better able to preserve imprints and cause less trauma during the regeneration process, allowing for more cycles. Okay, yada, yada. Traumatic response echo. Okay. Known commonly as an echo, this is the term used to describe the link between an imprint and its source. When a major traumatic event occurs, such as death or even regeneration itself, the psychological impact of it can sometimes be strong enough to permanently alter the imprint. For example, if a person's legs are crushed prior to death, there's a possibility that an echo will be created that will alter the imprint so that the individual's legs are no longer functional. Holy fuck. Echoes are the reasons why patients may regenerate, bearing the scars and wounds of how they died. Why only one copy of a person can exist at a time. So that is a very cool. Now, I dig that. Regeneration itself also creates echoes, and over time, an individual's imprint will degrade and become less viable. Right, copy of a copy of a copy. It's a good Nine Inch Nails song, by the way. This is also why imprints cannot be used to extend life, as the process of aging itself echoes through the imprints. However, testing has shown that the higher quality the medical equipment and sphere, the less severe the impact of the echoes will be. You guys are so trying to convince me that it's okay. I love it. You guys are like, listen, DG. You guys don't want me to be upset, don't you? I love you guys. Look at what you guys are doing. Look at the love you guys are giving me today. Like, you're like, okay, DG, we're gonna give you like all the different scenarios so that you can be okay today. What's up, in Effigy? How you doing, buddy? Imprint viability score. Viability? Oh, I love viabilities. Imprint viability score. This is the number used to rate the viability of an imprint to be used in regeneration, owing to the degradation experienced from echoes. Oh, so they score them. Like, using higher quality imprints and equipment helps prolong a patient. So we're going to have a set of equipment that's going to be able to be used. Sounds like personally, possibly to create our own. That will set up like a whole bunch of consumer type products that we can then buy on the economy. And that is pretty cool. I dig it. I dig it. You guys are still trying to make me feel good about the Vandal having this technology, this superior fucking brain enhancing like technology, like the most intelligent fucking being on earth created this technology, and then they said it was the Vandal, and you guys are trying to convince me that the Vandal jacked it from another alien species. Okay, all right, I gotta be okay with that. Cycle. This term don't get me started, guys. Are you guys literally trying to trigger me right now? Okay. Regen, term for an individual who has undergone regeneration, also slang for the process of regeneration itself. Don't look at the chat, DG. Don't look at the chat. Don't look at the chat, DG. Cycle. This term refers to the period between regenerations. People will ask each other what cycle they are on to inspire how many times they have been regenerated. People are sometimes impressed by how long others have gone without needing a regen. I can't go very long without a regen, if you know what I'm saying. Gap. Oh, shit. Nice segue. I like the segue. Did you like that segue, Pepe? The term refers to the length of time between an imprint being made and when someone is regenerated. Oh, okay. The longer the gap, the more memories and experiences will be lost. So far, I like this idea. So far, I like the entirety of the idea of this type of gameplay and the products that come from this type of gameplay. Not so hip on where, we need a little bit more explanation on the origin of this, the inspiration and origin behind this technology, the very whereabouts. But anyway, Biot Corp Regen Serum. Biati Corp Regen Serum. This advanced progenitive distillate is used as a base material from which cells, tissues, and organs can be bioprinted for use in regeneration. Wiped. I like that. This is the term used to express when someone's IVS is low enough that they can no longer be regenerated. Oh, okay, that makes sense. So you're deleted, dude. To an imprint being permanently wiped from an Ibrahim sphere. Outlaws will sometimes refer to wiping someone out as killing them in a manner that will stop them from regenerating. Also can be referred to as ghosting. Like, oh man. Dead, kill, murder, etc. As regeneration is still a relatively new technology. These terms still refer to the stopping of life functions regardless of whether the individual is able to be regenerated or not. Okay, good. So we still got the old term slang. History. Here we go. Irritable bowel syndrome. I think it was IVS, not IBS, but yes, that's a horrible thing. Famed scientist Dr. AKA Aka Ibrahim has dedicated his career to finding a way to restore mental capacity to patients suffering from severe head injuries, brain trauma, or the ravages of degenerative diseases by obtaining detailed scans of the brain before trauma occurred. In early experiments, Dr. Ibrahim was able to repair some brain functionality like motor functions, but any attempts to restore memories or personality were unsuccessful. While his breakthrough in brain scans helped many patients regain some functionality, if a major mental loss occurred, it seemed there was little chance of fully restoring the person. Based on his reputation as a medical scan expert, in 2932, Dr. Ibrahim was invited by the UAE governments to study captured Vandal biogenetic scanning technology. Okay. The recovered salvage was more advanced than anything that humans had developed and even seen beyond much of the Vandal tech that had previously studied. Okay. Good morning, Explodo. Okay, I see where you guys are going. I see where this is going. Okay. They are the salvagers. They are the salvagers of the verse. I need to calm myself down. You're right. Dr. Ibrahim and his team were scarcely able to deconstruct the technology they found or even fully understand how and why the Vandal were using it. However, it wasn't until a covert naval operation in 2946, rather recent, that new military intelligence allowed Dr. Ibrahim to unlock the full potential of the technology. Ibrahim Sphere, the end result of years of research in the creation of advanced xenomorphic materials, inspired the captured Vandal technology. The innovative Ibrahim Sphere allows for complete biogenetic imprints. We read about that. The most surprising thing, however, is that the imprint does not remain static after it's made. That is so cool. I like that. That is like a nice little fucking twist. Traumatic response echoes. We heard about that. We already heard about that. While the process is still not fully understood, the information recorded in the sphere retains a connection to its source. If the source undergoes any major life experience, such as traumatic injury or death, the imprint is permanently altered, known as traumatic response echo, or TRE. Attempts at using imprints while the source is still alive have all resulted in failure. Oh, that's different. A leading hypothesis currently being studied is that the unique properties of the sphere may be creating a connection similar to quantum entanglement. Ooh, linking the imprint to its source across inner space. That is really fucking deep. Well, at first, the discovery of echoes left Dr. Ibrahim feeling dismayed, as he had hoped to be able to repair still living patients. A new medical path forward presented itself when the Ibrahim spheres were paired with new groundbreaking tech developed under military contract by Is that Beati Corp? Am I pronouncing that right? I feel like I'm not, because some of you guys were like trying to correct me down below. Is it Bioti Corp or is it Beati? That's the Italian to me. Hey, Beati Corp. I like the Beati Corp. It's probably Bioti or Bioti Corp. Regeneration is fucking Italian to me. Hey, Beati Corp. You know, they make them Beatis. I eat Beatis all the time. I love Beatis. Regeneration. DG has prejudiced against Vandal intelligence. Burn him! Burn DG! Regeneration in 2949, the first successful regeneration of a human occurred using rapid bioprinting technology created by BioT Corp. And the imprint information stored on an Ibrahim sphere. Recognizing this breakthrough's potential, Imperator Addison authorized trillions of credits into making the technology. No shit. He wants to live forever, that motherfucker. going as so far as to make the specifications for the EFRAM sphere public so that multiple companies could produce the scanners and bioprinters needed. Bioprinters, something that's happening right now. What's up, moderator? Welcome to the film. How you doing, buddy? Thanks for joining us here. I love that. I love watching my mom and Zoe having like a victory dance around the island there at my mom's house. Let's see here. Even the lowliest space station is equipped with an imprint-capable medical scanner, and billions of lives have been saved. However, as with any technological breakthrough, there are still a lot of doubts over the tech. Religious groups have protested what they see as the capture of a being's soul. Oh God, of course. Religion still affecting a whole bunch of shit, even that far in the future. Religion, you did it again. Religious groups have protested what they see as the capture of being a soul, and some economic groups have expressed worry that the sudden extension of life will have a serious impact on society. Listen to me. Imprint me all you want, dude. I want to live for as long as possible. Death scares the shit out of me. I know so many people in my life that died. I've watched death in so many different scenarios. I've almost become accustomed to it. That's the sad thing. Like, the saddest thing is I have seen death happen to so many people that I love that A, it scares the shit out of me. B, like, it's so weird because now it's like I am almost like accustomed to being around it. It is the craziest thing in the world. So I would like to live forever. I don't like science. I love you. Let me just say this. This video is brought to you by science. Science. I love you, science. I love you, science. I would just like to, just 1 second. I love you, science. Oh, that's hardcore, moderator. I have not seen death like that, dude. Moderator. No, that's okay. We all picked that up, moderator. You don't have to worry about your English, bro. I am so sorry, dude, but I'm telling you what, you came hardcore this morning. Moderator literally came hard. I thought I've been through some shit here. Moderator doesn't even speak English very good, and moderator pretty much communicated some hardcore shit this morning. Moderator, we love you. Welcome to the fam, dude. We're all your brothers here. We're all your sisters here. We love you, bro. You know, it's okay. No, I mean that isn't normal, seeing your brother shot in the head. No, that's not like a normal thing. So we you know, sympathize with you, bro. We sympathize with you, man. So anyway, that's kind of like that's a really terrible way to end a video, but all right, there we go. Feel like moderator's brother could use some regeneration. Let's make this shit happen, science. Let's make it shit happen. Pepe, please, let's get out of here. Let's get out of here now.